Nope. Bill. How would I know that? I have no idea who that is. I imagine he's somewhere. Probably in an institution somewhere. Maybe he's watching right now. Hoover, if you're watching, this one's for you, mate. Ha! See, Bill, the thing about drugs, the insidious thing about drugs, is that you're having such a good time on drugs that you don't actually realize how bad of a time you're really having. You know what I mean? I got straight one day when I was on tour. I woke up one day, typical tour situation. Beautiful girl lying next to me in bed. I have no idea who she is. I have no idea she got there. Cocaine on every horizontal surface and champagne bottles strewn across the room, and I barely had the strength to lift up my head out of bed to watch the telly. So I grabbed the remote and I flip on the telly, and Bill, I was saved. You have a man on the telly all the time in this country. A beautiful man. Bald head, lovely mustache, brilliant. And Dr. Philip was on. And Dr. Philip had on him with this guest, an ex-drug addict himself. What he had to say really struck me like a thunderbolt. What he said struck me like a thunderbolt. What he said was, if you haven't really reached your true potential in life, then you're not truly alive. The profoundness, Bill, of what he said struck me like a thunderbolt. Ha! Because, Bill, who was I at this point? I was young, talented, good-looking, wealthy, extremely talented, extremely wealthy, extremely good-looking, incredibly charismatic. What was I doing with my life? I was getting high day and night. Now, I can understand if he was talking about some Negro or Puerto Rican guy in the ghetto somewhere. Yes, that I can understand. But in my case, it was such a waste. Such a tragedy, such a waste of human potential. You know what I mean? Because, Bill, you can have your champagne, caviar, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can have your Concorde flights to and from London. You can have your house in the Bahamas, your apartment overlooking Central Park West, your home overlooking the Hollywood Hills, your island and near Cayman Islands. Oh, you can have your home in London. You can have all these things, but if it doesn't really mean anything to you, then what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. Like I said, I got straight one day. I quit cold turkey. I had all my blood changed. And I feel like I've been reborn. I can honestly say that I like myself today. I'm not such a bad guy. In fact, I'm an amazingly wonderful human being. I come to terms with my own brilliance. It's really not a burden anymore. And that's why, Bill, we are all together again, and we are all just one big happy family. And all he wants to do is just help other people. I help Ronnie and the boys get clean, and we want to help other people as well. So that's why we're doing the benefit to aid the Amazonian Indians. You know, the people down there in the Amazon with no clothing. You know, the people down there in the jungle in the Amazon, the Amazonian Indians. I think that's what they're called. Anyway, Ronnie's got a home down in Rio. We go down there every winter when it's summer down there. Lovely place he has, and you have a lovely houseboy named Nacho that keeps care of the house for him. Nacho's not really a boy. He's actually about 47 or so. He's just a wonderful bag of tricks, he is. He's always brown, always smiling, always helpful, always willing to help. So he knows that we're into the environment and such, so booked a boat for us to go upriver, see all the birds and flowers and trees and all that shit. So we're going up there, about 2 days journey, and we want to stretch the legacies around. Get rid of all this primitivism. So we pull up to the boat, to the harbour, walks around a bit, and Bill, I have never seen such depressing poverty in all my life. Children running around with no clothing, no shoes. They have no shoes, barefoot. Women flopping around with their titties everywhere, breastfeeding directly from their titties. They have no running water. I was parched from the journey. Not even a Coke or a Pepsi to offer me. The chief of the whole village comes out. He doesn't speak a word of English. He's got a piece of wood over his head and a little feather flopping around willy-nilly, and he's buck naked besides. I said, hello, mate. He didn't know what the fuck I was saying. It's completely depressing. I looked over at Ronnie and I said, Ronnie, we really must do something to help these people. You have seen what I have seen. We are the world, and it is our mission to help. It really is. And so, from that beneficent voyage down the Amazon, we decided we were going to do a benefit to aid the Amazonian Indians. Thank you. Now, usually when these rock stars get together and they do a benefit concert, it really is a big ego trip, isn't it? They raise a bunch of money and throw it at these people, expecting them to know what to do with it. Maybe let you in on something. It is a primitive people. They wouldn't know money if you gave it to them and told them what it was. They'd probably wipe their ass with it. So what we found, though, when we was down there, is that we had many things that we had, that they actually liked. Sony Walkmans, digital wristwatches, cigarette lighters, cigarettes. So what we're going to do is buy these things up here, shipping them down, trying to improve their lives in a substantial fashion, trying to do some good for a change. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I genuinely hope everyone can tune in and do the right thing on MTV 1, 2, and 3 on May 22nd when the Wild Horses Redux concert will be airing. Yes. Brought to you by Crown and Brow Beer and Remington Cigarettes. Blah, 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 blah. I have to say that right? No, I do not. Let me say that Remington Cigarettes has been especially kind to us. They are donating cigarettes by the truckload so that we may hand deliver them each to every Amazonian Indian themselves. I'd never heard of such corporate giving like that. Now, I hope everyone can tune in. I really would like to say something more about drugs, if I may, Bill. There's a lot of children out there who listen to our music, admire my lifestyle, memorize my lyrics, perform the lyrics, dream of having my lifestyle one day. So I know that whatever the fuck I have to say to them is very important. So listen up. I done a lot of drugs. I've had some amazing times in my life on drugs. Most or all of my lyrics have been directly inspired by my experiences on drugs. In fact, I think it is safe to say that some of the best times of my bloody life have been on drugs. But just because I've done drugs doesn't mean that you have to do them. Huh? Yeah, Bill, exactly. We was recently at the White House. Doing a benefit concert for Vice President Cheney and his lovely hot wife, Lynn. Consequently, Bill, once we get off the air, I have a dirty, tawdry story to tell you about Lynn once the camera's not moving. Anyway, Dick and his lovely wife, Lynn, comes up to us and is very happy to meet us. We had a lovely time. And I don't know what people will say about him nowadays, but I have never met a more caring, sensitive, intelligent, funny, wonderful human being than Dick Cheney, Richard Cheney. And he shared something with me that I figured I should share with the rest of the world tonight about drugs. He said, gentlemen, the next time you're at a party and somebody offers you drugs, remember, you could always just turn them in. Ha! Thank you, Bill. And with that, I say goodnight, and please continue support of the wild horses.